The relationship did not last long. Let me tell you why it didn't last long. Because he's a liar. I don't do liars. He just kept lying to me. He just kept making excuses for certain things, and it wasn't making no sense. So I had to break up with him. I was like, no. I already had my friends telling me, like, he's not good enough for you. Like, he keep wasting your time. Don't let him waste your time. I had that in my head, and I had all the things that he was doing in my head too. So I was like, you know, just making decisions. So there was this time where he pulled what he did to me before again. He went days, weeks without texting me, and I felt some type of way about that, like, because he stopped coming to school. He dropped out, basically. He just stopped coming to school, and like, he wasn't texting me, and I was like, oh my gosh, why is this? It's not making sense. Like, yeah, he had a job, but if you like me, at least try to find some time for me. I'm not asking for like 24 hours, you know, all 24 hours or whatever. Then I had to call him out for that. I was like, come on now. He was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. He was in trouble with law, so he was like, oh, blah, blah, my phone's being tracked, so I wasn't able to use my phone. I was like, but you watched my Snapchat stuff. Oh. And he was like, that wasn't me watching my Snapchat. The person that I'm living with was using my phone. So stop right there. So if your phone's supposedly being tracked by the police, wouldn't you find some way to get rid of that phone? Would you let somebody else use it? Like, hello, you could at least log into your Snapchat on a different phone if your phone being tracked. Log into Snapchat on a different phone, then text me. He lied to me about following my sister, and I found that out from her page. I found out, I went to her followers list, and I see that he was one of her followers. He had a crush on her, I guess, and while we were dating, he spoke highly of her. He told me that she was gorgeous, and he was just gushing over her. He never called me gorgeous. He just said, oh, you're pretty, plainly. He lied about saying he cared about me in the first place. Like, don't sit there and lie, oh, I care, this, that. And I'm so stupid, because when I called him the first time I was about to break up with him. So the first time, he was like, blah, 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 I don't change for anybody. And he's a fronter. He would tell his friends one thing, then he would tell me one thing. He would tell his friend, oh, I don't say sorry, like, blah, blah, blah. But in my face, he would sit there saying sorry. Like, don't front for your friends, because your friends are my friends, and I'll be happy to let them know what type of fronter you are. Okay? So, he supposedly had moved away. He was gonna go move to Orlando, right? Then I found out that he didn't really move to Orlando for a while. I found out from his friends that were also my friends. It was like, oh, I seen your boyfriend. Where? At Walmart. And I was like, like, you told me you moved away, but you still in Miami, and you're not, like, trying to meet up with me or something. I'm not saying that you have to go to school. If you dropped out, you dropped out. But at least have the decency to at least come visit me or whatever. You know where I live. Come to my house. Something like that. Then there was this other situation where somebody texted his phone, snapping at him, like putting him in his place. Then he texted me. He was like, your brother this, your brother that. You need to get your brother. And he showed me, like, he texted me. It was all through text during class. Then he showed me the text. Then I seen that the number wasn't even my brother's. It wasn't even somebody I knew number. And I told him that. He didn't reply. So later on, I called that number, and I was like, because I wanted to know who it is. Because he said the person said something about me specifically. I was like, are you sure they're talking about me? He was like, yeah, I'm sure they're talking about you. So I called them, and I was like, hello? They was like, yeah. Hello, who is this? I'm like, this is my girlfriend. They was like, okay, well, his girlfriend. Like, why are you calling? And I was like, explaining to them why I'm calling, because, like, you said something about me, this, that. But I wasn't saying, like, in a dramatic way. You know, I was calm with it, because, like, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. He disrespected their sister, supposedly, and they confronted him about it. But he said it was about me. Like, get your information together before you come at me with that BS. Then I told him that I called him, and he didn't say anything. So, whatever, that passed. Then one day I had enough. Like, I had enough, like, of the foolishness. We already don't talk enough. They're gonna move away. I don't do long distance. Like, I don't. Like, unless I've been dating for like 4 years or longer, I'm not gonna do long distance with you. I don't know you well enough to know what type of things you have in your mind. Like, to do what, to do this, to do that. No, I'm not gonna put myself in that position. When I broke up with him, it was through text but I wasn't even sure he was gonna reply. So I texted him and I was like, are you not bored by us? He was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, it's just we don't even talk. This, that, this, that. I sent a paragraph and I was like, I don't want to feel like, maybe I'm just tripping. I was like, maybe I'm just tripping. He was like, oh, you're not tripping. It's as though you don't understand me. I'm like, I do understand you. And I understood the situation. Like, you're young and you have to move and live on your own. You got to pay your own bills. This, that, you got a job. But I said, like, you know where you're getting into. You knew you were getting in a relationship. And if you felt like you didn't have time for a relationship, then end it. Don't sit there wasting my time. And he said that before. The first time I called him, because I was gonna break up, he said, oh, I don't have time for this, that. But later on, after he went through his little mood phase thing, he called me saying, I'm sorry I was talking to you like that, this, that. But moral of the story is, know your worth, alright? Don't let anybody just treat you like trash. Even if it's not as bad, still like end it. Because if it's not as bad, it'll get bad. It'll get worse. Like, do not put yourself in certain situations you wouldn't want your friends to be in. That's mainly why I ended a relationship. Because if my friends were in that type of relationship that I was in, I was going to tell them, you need to leave this man. Like, no, get out. Like, stop dating him. He's not worth your time. He's playing with you. So basically that's why I ended it, because I have respect for myself and I have respect for my friends who also told me to end it, so I ended it. So that was the story of my first boyfriend.